Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Rhea Ripley has had a phenomenal year so far. However, it hasn't been the best, and many would expect more from her, considering her position in the company and the love fans have for her. Many around the world have been waiting for Mami to get back to the top of the roster, and 2026 seems set to be the peak of her career. Ripley has been working hard, and after months of waiting, she finally has a worthy rivalry that could help her get back to the top. Let's check out a few things Mami could do next year to enhance her spot in the industry. Rhea Ripley teamed up with Damian Priest, known as the Terror Twins, a few months ago, and fans love seeing both stars together. Both former world champions proved to be a dynamic duo and could spark a revolution in the mixed tag team division if given the right opportunities at the right time. Potential reunion like this could give WWE the chance to showcase a variety of new storylines and matches, which could further elevate the status of the company's product. Rhea Ripley has achieved nearly everything there is to win and has earned her place among some of the greatest women to step inside the squared circle. However, one thing she has never done is defeat former Women's World Champion Io, considering WWE's recent storyline where Ripley and Sekai are working together to take down the Kabuki Warriors. It is quite possible that a rivalry between the two women could kick off, and considering their past and their positions, Ripley could finally beat SKY. One of the main reasons Rhea Ripley hasn't been getting many opportunities is that she's taken down nearly every top star of the brand. As 2026 approaches, WWE might move Ripley to the blue brand. This could lead to some of the most exciting new storylines, which is exactly what Mami needs to get herself back on top of the women's roster. Rhea Ripley is a former multiple-time Women's World Champion and hasn't held the top title since WrestleMania season. Fans have been waiting to see Ripley return to the title scene, but the company is seemingly trying to give opportunities to other stars as well. However, after months without the gold, WWE could put the world title back on Mami, letting her get back her aura as well as her position as the leader of Raw's women's division. The Eradicator is in need of a big heel turn, and there couldn't be a better opportunity than this. The company could use this and mark the massive turn in the next few weeks, to finally add something new to her story. Furthermore, a potential heel turn could mend fences with former WWE on-screen boyfriend Dominic Mysterio as well, giving the latter an opportunity to run all of it back. Fans will have to wait and see what WWE has planned for the Eradicator next. Rhea Ripley's meteoric rise in WWE has made her one of the most dominant and talked about superstars in recent years. From her beginnings in NXT to her reign as the leader of the Judgment Day, Mami has become one of the most recognizable faces in professional wrestling. However, with 2026 fast approaching, fans are wondering what could be next for Rhea Ripley, especially as she continues to evolve both as a performer and as a character. Could WWE have major plans for her beyond the Judgment Day? Could her personal and professional dynamics take surprising turns? Let's explore some bold predictions for Rhea Ripley in 2026, including the possibility of her reuniting with her former on-screen boyfriend, and a few other intriguing storylines that could redefine her path in WWE. One of the biggest talking points among fans has been the chemistry between Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio. Their dynamic as Mami and Dom Dom became one of the most entertaining storylines on WWE television, capturing fans' attention worldwide. However, since Ripley's injury and time away from the ring, WWE has subtly shifted focus to other Judgment Day members like Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Still, there's strong belief that when Ripley returns full-time, WWE could explore rekindling her on-screen relationship with Dominic. This reunion could come with a twist, especially if WWE decides to split Judgment Day into two factions, with Ripley aligning with Dominic against Priest or Balor. The duo's previous chemistry was undeniable, and their reunion could inject new life into WWE's storytelling. Fans love their blend of chaos, mischief, and dominance, and reuniting them would create a nostalgic yet fresh dynamic, especially if it happens during a major storyline like WrestleMania season. Beyond her relationship with Dominic, WWE might also use Ripley's return to elevate her even further as a singles competitor. One major prediction for 2026 is that Rhea Ripley could headline WrestleMania for the first time in her career. WWE has slowly been building her into one of the company's biggest draws. And with the women's division continuing to evolve, Ripley could very well become the first female superstar since Becky Lynch to close the show. Her in-ring ability, charisma, and marketability make her an ideal choice to carry such a major storyline. If WWE were to book her against a returning Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, or even Jade Cargill, it could become a match that defines the year. Another fascinating direction could be a full-blown face turn for Rhea Ripley in 2026. Despite being a heel for much of her WWE career, she consistently receives loud cheers and massive support from the WWE universe. Her dominance, charisma, and unique presence have made her more of an anti-hero than a villain. WWE could capitalize on this organic fan connection by turning her into a fan favorite who stands against the very faction she helped build. Imagine Ripley returning from injury only to find the Judgment Day thriving without her, and possibly betraying her upon her return. This betrayal could lead to Ripley taking on her former teammates, positioning her as a lone wolf babyface who fights for redemption. It would be a full-circle moment for her character, showcasing her strength and independence while still staying true to her Mami persona. Another prediction centers around Rhea Ripley's potential crossover appeal. WWE has made major efforts to expand its brand through partnerships and mainstream exposure, and Ripley's image fits perfectly into that strategy. In 2026, she could break into Hollywood or appear in high-profile projects outside WWE. Her charisma, striking look, and confident persona could land her roles in action films or series, similar to how John Cena and Becky Lynch have transitioned into entertainment. Even within WWE programming, this mainstream attention could lead to storylines involving celebrity appearances or major cross-promotions. If WWE continues to position her as one of the company's faces, Ripley could become the female equivalent of Roman Reigns in terms of star power, balancing dominance inside the ring with visibility outside of it. There's also a strong possibility that Rhea Ripley could become a dual champion in 2026. Given her unmatched dominance, WWE could book her to hold both the Women's World Championship and another major title simultaneously, perhaps unifying belts or capturing the WWE Tag Team Championships alongside a new partner. This scenario would not only highlight her versatility, but also solidify her as one of the most decorated women in WWE history. A potential alliance with Jade Cargill or Bianca Belair could make her unstoppable in a tag team division that has struggled for momentum. The visual of Ripley holding multiple championships while asserting her control over the division would send a clear message: Mami runs WWE. Finally, one of the most intriguing predictions is that Rhea Ripley could lead her own faction in 2026. With the Judgment Day's success proving her leadership skills, WWE might decide it's time for Ripley to create her own version of dominance, one centered around younger, rising talents. This new stable could include superstars like Roxanne Perez, Lyra Valkyria, or even a surprising male ally, forming a new power group that reshapes WWE's landscape. This move would also allow Ripley to evolve beyond the Judgment Day storyline, ensuring her character doesn't grow stale. Leading a new faction could give her a sense of authority similar to Roman Reigns' tribal chief persona, where she calls the shots and commands loyalty. As WWE continues to experiment with faction-based storytelling, Ripley's version could add a fresh female-led twist that highlights her as a generational leader. In conclusion, 2026 could be a career-defining year for Rhea Ripley. Whether she reunites with Dominic Mysterio, turns face against her former allies, wins multiple championships, headlines WrestleMania, or even branches out into mainstream media, one thing is certain: Rhea Ripley's story is far from over. WWE has invested heavily in her rise, and she has exceeded every expectation set before her. Her combination of power, charisma, and confidence makes her one of the most complete performers in the world today. As fans eagerly await her next move, one truth remains clear. No matter what happens in 2026, Rhea Ripley will continue to redefine what it means to be a dominant woman in professional wrestling. Mami always finds a way to stay on top, and her reign of chaos might just be getting started. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.